Hey guys, Dino Gomez here, coming at you with your daily 60-second coaching tip. All right, so today we're going to talk about 3 different things I wish I would have done earlier in my career that I did not. I want to help you guys out with this one today. All right, so as an online coach, there's actually many things you should be doing. I'm just going to cover 3 of them so you have 3 easy to remember, tangible things to start doing right now that will make life much, much easier for you in the future. You will thank me, my friends. All right, and so number 1, guys, is record your sales calls. If you're enrolling folks over the phone, record your sales calls for several reasons. Number 1, oftentimes people are shopping around, so they will have sales calls with several different coaches, and they're going to choose ultimately who is the best fit. And now, because they are chatting with several different programs, several different coaches, oftentimes they can tangle up what the deliverables are that are offered in your program, right? So they ultimately join your program, and they expect, or all of a sudden they're thinking, oh my gosh, I thought there were this many number of calls, or I thought calls were on Tuesday, not Wednesday, or I thought this was going to happen or this was going to happen. And it's really that they were talking to another coach and they're mixing and matching what the deliverables are because they've talked to 5 coaches in 5 days. They've decided to go with you, right? But they're forgetting what the schedule was or what it was and so forth. And so if you have a recording of it, you're able to go, oh no, here's the call recording. Here's where we said the X, Y, Z, so that there's just no confusion there. It's really nice to have a backup. All right. Also, call recordings are super valuable because if you are a solo coach, you're doing enrollment calls yourself at some point down in the future, right? You might want to hire a team. And it's really nice to have call recordings to give to your team so that they can listen to how you overcome objections, and so also they can see the flow of the call, how you handle it, the different quirks and things you say, so they can model after that. I always take it a step further, and I actually label our calls based on what happened on that call as the main focal point. So I will say, I'll have a call recording, and I'll say this person gave these objections. Here's how they were handled, and obviously you see it's a close at the end. This person had these specific questions. Here's how we answered those questions, and they signed on board. This person had these wild questions over here. Here's how we dealt with that, and so your sales reps in the future can then use those and model after those. It will help with training dramatically. So also because you will forget what the questions were that you answered, you intuitively know them as the head coach. Somebody that you bring onto your team to do sales for you is not necessarily going to know those questions. So that will help you with growing your team, guys. So do call recordings, number 1. Number 2, journal. Journal the questions that your clients ask you. Write them down, all right? Especially if they are reoccurring questions that you get over and over again. Write them down because they can be used in your marketing material to connect with your prospects, right? You can demonstrate to your prospects, I know what your questions are. You're probably thinking this, oh my gosh, should I wait to finish with my current coach or should I do this? Oh my gosh, how do I grow my Facebook group? When should I run ads? If you write down all the questions your current clients have, those are probably the same questions your target audience has. You can use that in your marketing material. All right. And then also you should be journaling on your personal experience, your emotions, when you have good days and bad days, stressful days and wins. And when you're struggling with something, write that down, right? What your emotions are and what you're struggling with, because, right, time will go by, you will forget those emotions in that struggle. And then when you're coaching somebody who is on their way up and you forgot what it's like to be in their shoes, it's nice to go back to your journal. You can reference that. It will make you a better coach, and it'll allow you to relate better to your clients so they get better results. So that's something I'm always able to do, is go back, relate to what my clients are going through that I went through a year ago or 2 years ago or even 5 years ago, and explain and really understand their come from with that to help them through it faster. So record your calls, journal are 2 major things. And then the third thing, guys, is that make sure you document what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Because again, if you are a solo coach, at some point in time, you're going to want a personal assistant or a VA or even a marketing manager who's going to run different operations of your business. And you want to have written down, here are the tasks I'm doing. It's also really important that you write things down so you can realize where your time is going, right? And then you can realize, okay, my time's not worthy of that any longer. I'm going to hire somebody to take over this. And here's how I do it. Here's what I do. I like to use Loom. That's useloom, Loom.com, Loom.com. And that's a free screen recording app, very easy to use. I'll document all the different things that I'm doing. So I create a SOP, standard operating procedure, a document of the different things that need to be done on a daily basis. I can just hand that over to a team member. They can come right in, they see the training videos, they see all the things that need to be done, the task, and real quickly I'm able to hire them, onboard them, and they know exactly what they do. I don't have to recreate that, or I don't even have to go back in my memory and try and figure out all the things that need to be done. It's just recorded. So those are some things for you guys today. A lot of recording tips there, right? Record calls, journal, record client questions, record what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, and create a standard operating procedure for when you hire in the future. It'll help you out tremendously. All right, so that is it for your daily 60-second coaching tip. Hope you guys are having a killer day. We will see you all mañana. Adios.